What's going on, y'all? My name's Al Joseph, and I'm super honored to be able to share a quick devotional with you guys. First and foremost, I just want to thank the team at the Beholding Initiative for giving me the opportunity. And I also just want to say thank you for everything that you guys are doing in our community. You're a huge blessing to me and to countless others, and I love the work that you guys have been doing. So thank you again for all that you guys do for the kingdom. But let's jump right in. I want to read a passage from Mark chapter 4, verses 35 to 41. As evening came, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's cross the other side of the lake." So they took Jesus in the boat and started out, leaving the crowds behind, although other boats followed. But soon a fierce storm came up. High waves were breaking into the boat, and it began to fill with water. Jesus was sleeping at the back of the boat with his head on a cushion. The disciples woke him up, shouting, "Teacher, don't you care that we're going to drown?" When Jesus woke up, he rebuked the wind and said to the waves, "Peace, be still." Suddenly the wind stopped, and there was a great calm. Then he asked them, "Why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith?" The disciples were absolutely terrified. "Who is this man?" they asked each other. "Even the wind and the waves obey him." I love this passage. I've read this so many times, and I feel like it resonates with me so deeply because I feel like I'm one of those disciples a lot of the times. In the passage, Jesus was with his disciples. He was teaching to the crowd, and then after he was teaching to the crowd, he said, "Let's take the boats out and go out into the water." And as they went out, a storm came and waves were crashing into the boat, and it was just a very terrifying experience. I imagine the disciples were thinking, "What's going on? Our Jesus is here, and he's not even doing anything for us. He's sleeping, fast asleep." And they're going through probably the worst moment of their entire life, feeling overlooked, feeling betrayed almost. And I feel like a lot of times in our lives, we feel like those disciples. We feel that we're forgotten. We feel that in the midst of our biggest storm, Jesus isn't there. But the difference in that story is that Jesus was there. The entire time, the disciples had everything they needed to endure the storm. They had everything that they needed to get through. God had already equipped them with everything they needed to endure the storm. And literally, when Jesus got up and he said those three words, "Peace, be still," the winds and the waves stopped, and there was silence and there was calm. The winds and the waves obeyed him. And the disciples were just in awe that, who is this man that even the winds and the waves obey him? And I was just blown away reading this because it wasn't anything that they did that saved them. It wasn't any action that they had to do themselves. It was the word of God that changed the situation in an instant. And to me, that's powerful. God spoke and the situation changed. And I think a lot of times we're like those disciples where we're freaking out and we don't know what to do, and we're scared, and the first thing we try to do is go to God and ask, "Why have you forsaken me? Why are you not here with us? Why are you asleep, and why are you not present?" But God is saying, "Why are you afraid? I'm there. I'm with you. I'm always with you. I've never left you, and I've equipped you with everything you need, which is my word." Because when he spoke, everything was normal. When he spoke, the waves ended. When he spoke, their suffering ceased. And I just want to encourage whoever is listening out there that no matter what storm you're going through, no matter what season of life you're in, don't feel that you are forgotten, or that God isn't listening, or that God isn't present. God is there. I think sometimes in these situations, all he's wanting is for us to trust him. And in these situations, we trust him and we listen to his word. And I think we often tend to minimize the power that's in this word but he's given us everything we need in his word. So I just want to challenge you all. If you're going through the season where you feel forgotten and you feel like you're going through a storm and you feel like there's no way out, just trust God. Open his word. See what he says, because in his word there is power. And when you speak those truths over your life and over your situation, the truths that are in his word that he's spoken over you, see how that changes your situation. Just as in the case of the disciples, it literally stopped the waves. It literally stopped a storm. See what that can do in your life. I just want to encourage you guys, no matter what you're going through, that his word is more powerful than anything. His word will always come through. Our God is a faithful God. He's a good God. He loves you all so much. And I just want to encourage you guys that no matter what you're going through, his word is always true. It never fails. And he is always there with you guys. God bless.